Your phone knows your location by receiving signals from at least 4 different satellites. Just remember, 4 satellites give one location. Each satellite broadcasts its position and the exact time the signal was sent and then calculates your pinpoint location. And why am I saying this in a video about brain? A surprisingly similar mechanics play out in a tiny area of your brain to give you perception of space and your location. This area is called hippocampus. Its size, and we'll see how this works. But first, let's start with rats. In 1971, John O'Keefe placed tiny electrodes in a rat's hippocampus and discovered something astonishing. Certain neurons fired only when the rat was in a specific spot. He called them place cells. Each cell had its own place field, and together they tiled the environment like a mental map, like Street View. Each photo overlaps slightly, and when stitched together, you get a continuous map of the world. Scientists discovered other cells: head direction cells, your internal compass, speed cells measuring how fast you are moving, border cells tracking walls and boundaries like invisible fences. But there was a problem. All of these components can only exist if first we could make sense of the space around us. And there's infinite space. If our brain tried to map it all, it would be impossible. The spatial mapping needs to be repetitive, like a circle. It repeats endlessly. So is the shape of the map a circle? No, only 2 dimensions. That is just one plane. We got to have 3 dimensions with a z-axis. So 3D version of a circle, maybe a sphere for a map, perhaps. But again, a sphere is a distorted view of reality. How? Look at the box in the equator and poles, representing same area, but they have distortions. So the solution, in order to understand this, we found that there is a specific type of repetitive cells. And for this, we have to visit our rat again. This represents the map that the rat walked. All these red areas are where these red cells get activated. This red cell is called grid cells. Unlike place cells, which get activated in a single spot, this cell gets activated in multiple spots. Move 3 inches to the white area, silent. Move back to the red area, pop, pop, pop. In all these red areas, this cell is active. In the same way, in all the green areas, another grid cell is active again, and same goes for the blue areas. Now, if we look at this part of the map in close-up with all the cells map laid out, we can see these cells get activated in a repetitive manner. Red cells get activated, then green, then blue, and then red again. So in this direction, it's like the cell's activation forms a circle. Likewise, in another direction, the activation would look same, but in a different plane. This solves the single plane problem of the circle. So if we reconstruct this figure, it gives us circle x circle. That is, yes, you guessed it, a donut or a torus. You can also think of this shape in another way. If this is the space represented and these are the activation spots of different cells, and this is a plane, then this can be rolled into a cylinder, and the edges of the cylinder can be stitched together to form a donut. This is how 2D surface like a plane can be converted into 3-dimensional surface that are endlessly repetitive. So if you start at this point, no matter what direction you travel, you are always going to end up where you started. And this solves the fundamental problem of limited mapping resource of an unlimited universe. I would have stopped my video right here if this GPS system was only about locations and how we navigate. But it's not. This donut is capable of something even more fundamental to us. It provides the basic understanding framework for comprehending reality itself. Reality itself. When you are describing a career path or you describe how close you are with a friend, you are using strangely spatial language. This is not a coincidence. We understand any abstract ideas as if they were just another space. Even for time, the duration of time are mapped by the same cells in same region of hippocampus as if they were another component of space. This is mind-bending. My friends, I do want to explore this, but not in this video, so stay subscribed. But for now, it's time to pull the curtains on our little brain. See you in the next video.